Reduce speed of your boat to gain maneuverability. I will reduce the speed of my boat to gain maneuverability. But before that, I will speed up and I will grab some things. I just kind of want to keep on collecting things for now is what I want to do. So yeah, this has been a nice kind of ramble session so far. Good way to take the mind off things, I guess, in a way. My, oh my. Take this random ice. Well, it like bumps my entire ship up a little bit. Weird. Yeah, let's get some of these uncharted thingamabobs is what we'll do. Oh my goodness, I'm spinning so much more than I wanted to spin. What the heck? What the? Go! Captain is swimming. There's penguins. I love them. They're so cute. They're so cute. But yeah. Well, now I know, I suppose. Now I know that. Oh, looks like this guy passed out in front of his boat. He's fine. He's fine. Don't worry about that guy. He's a-okay. Let's return to ship. We got some more uncharted things to collect. I just want to get, like, completion percentage. I'm sure we'll do some story stuff this stream. But right now, yeah, he's just sleeping there, I guess. Don't worry about him. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Yeah, we'll get some uncharted things to, just be chilling for a little bit, essentially. Get some more completion percentage. We were at 70% at the beginning of the session, so, like, we're getting very close there, bit by bit. We don't have a... I used to have a lot of games as of, like, last week. At the time of streaming this, at least. At the time of streaming this, I don't know when this is getting uploaded. I know I'm pretty ahead of the game on uploads on this, because I've been going pretty ham. But at the time of streaming this, it was not that long ago that we had a lot of games going on at once on the channel. We had Pokemon Platinum, that I recently finished, that playthrough was done. We had Metroid Fusion, that I actually finished in one sitting, and now we're totally ready for Metroid Dread coming up, and I'm actually really hyped for that game. We had, what else do we have? We have Mario 3D World, that we have basically finished off now. Like, we've done as much as we're probably gonna do, is what that means. There was Zelda Skyward Sword that we were streaming over on YouTube rather than streaming on Twitch, and we finished that off. Like, so I used to have, like, a bazillion games, like, as active on the channel. Right now, we're at 2. Assassin's Creed Rogue, Dark Souls 2. And I just beat Dark Souls 2 a couple nights ago. The reason why it's still ongoing is because I still want to go do, like, the rest of the bosses. And see, like, the DLC stuff that I haven't done yet, you know? I want to go do that stuff. So we still have more to cover, even if the game itself is beaten. But I think that there's only, like, 2 more bosses in the world, and then, like, I need to cover 2 of the 3 DLCs. I've already done 1 of the DLCs, so there's really not a lot to that left. There's, like, maybe 2 sessions left to that game, and then it might just be done. And then Assassin's Creed Rogue here. We were at 70% at the beginning of this session. So, like, what's left in this game? A few more sessions as well? Like, what'll this stream put me at? Like, 80-something%? 3 bosses in each DLC. Yeah, I've seen that. I will have to go back... Oh, I will actually have to go back to the 3rd DLC to take out the, 1 boss that I didn't there. Now that I think about it. But that can be done, like, in half an hour or something like that, probably. So, yeah, we, not that long ago, had a lot of games going on. But now we have 2. We have 2. And I'm wondering... what should the status of, like, games on this channel be? Because, like, 2 is not a bad number. I like having 2 games ongoing at once. 2 is a nice number. But there's not a lot left to either of those 2. Either of these 2 could be finished off, like, pretty quickly here. Don't know what they think of the Metroid series, like the characters and story, but don't like the gameplay. I was worried it wouldn't be for me. I was worried that it wouldn't be for me because, you know, there are old Zelda dungeons that I haven't liked that much, where it's like, go around randomly exploring until you find the room with the item, the mini boss and the item. Now that you have the item, go around randomly exploring until you find the place that you can use that item. And I was worried that Metroid might be like that, and in a way, it sort of is. Are you a convoy? Oh. Well, we'll get a thing here. I was worried that I might not like it for that reason, but I actually wound up really liking it, so thank goodness for that. Let's see here. Let's see here. We'll do that. But yeah, so there's 3 bosses in each DLC, with the worst designed area in Dark Souls 2 is the optional boss area in the 3rd DLC. Oh, so that's what I'm gonna have to go and do then. It's absolutely horrible. Like the worst level design you've seen in a game. It's the only area in that game that you haven't beat. Oh. Well then. And 2 ongoing games during university time, you die because lack of sleep. Well, the thing about like 2 ongoing games is it's not like I wouldn't have to like commit going ham to them. I just like having a few games going on at once so that when I actually do get the time to stream, I have choices between like, you know, 2 or 3 options. Maybe not a bazillion things like I had going on before. We're down to 2 now. But, you know, there's that. Never played a Metroid game I would recommend. I've quite enjoyed them. I've quite enjoyed them at least. How am I not hitting you? What the heck? Where are you? There you are, jeez. My goodness, you either go ham or don't play at all. There is no in between. My goodness. But yeah, when it comes to university coming up, I was thinking that... Is this gonna hit me? No? I always like covering new releases on this channel right when they come out. If they're things that I'm planning on playing on the channel, that is. And there are 2 new releases coming up that will keep me busy. Like, September 9th and 10th. I forget which game is which. I think it's Tales of Arise September 9th and WarioWare Get It Together September 10th. Boop. I should have just charged that up is what I should have done. Uh-oh. There's ice. No. And Tales of Arise. I'm going to want space in my schedule to cover that game for sure. Because that is absolutely going to be like a 70-hour, if not more, JRPG is what that's going to be. So that's going to be the thing that lasts me a couple months on this channel, and I get right through. But WarioWare. I played the Wii U WarioWare game, none of the others, but I've looked it up, and apparently a lot of the WarioWare games can be quote-unquote beaten in one sitting. I'll be awake in the crack in my ceiling all its food. I sure hope not. There was actually a Kraken in Assassin's Creed 4 as like an Easter egg. I don't think there is in this game. But there was one as an Easter egg in AC4, interestingly enough. That we didn't actually... We tried to find it. It wasn't spawning for me. So we just watched a video on YouTube of it. But, so Tales of Arise is coming up and I'll want some space for that. But WarioWare might only take me like 1 sitting. And, like, I have 2 games right now. Tales of Arise would make 3. But again, it's probably only 1 or 2 sittings left for either of these games. So, like, I technically have space. Like, I don't know how busy I'm going to be with university. I don't want to pick up anything new, like, right now. Just in case, because I don't know how busy this upcoming semester is going to get. I want to, like, start this semester and be like, okay, here's an idea of how busy I'm going to be, you know? I mean, I could always start something and not have to, like, finish it anytime soon, I guess. I'm gonna turn up the game sound a little bit. Let's listen to that shanty. I'm just now noticing how quiet it is for some other game that I guess I was streaming recently. Oh, there's mines. Oh, there's mines. I threaded the needle during distracted driving. Okay, yeah. This volume seems a bit better. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. It's fine. It's fine. So we might actually get through Assassin's Creed Rogue and Dark Souls 2 before Tales of Arise comes out. And I like to always have at least a Scarab's getting another release. My goodness. I was about to say, so we have room in the schedule to pick up 1 more game probably, because I always like to have at least 2. I don't want to be like, okay, I want to stream today. That's the name of the place, by the way. I don't want to be like, okay, I want to stream today and only have a choice of 1 game, you know? I want it to be at least 2. So, you know, after we get through either Dark Souls 2 or Assassin's Creed Rogue, I might just immediately pick up another game. I'm not sure what yet. I'm leaning towards Mario plus Rabbids, because it's one of those games that I'm going to have to get through anyway, because we do things on this channel in order, and I've wanted to cover that game for a while. And the sequel to that is coming out next year, so maybe that's my opportunity to get through that. It's on my to-do list of things that I have to get done before the next game releases, so may as well be soon. So I've been thinking about potentially picking up Mario plus Rabbids on the channel in the near future. Then I could do like the main game and then like take a bit of a break and then like come back several months later and do the DLC or something like that, because I hear the DLC is pretty different. Maybe. So maybe it'd be one of those playthroughs where we do the main thing, take a break, especially if like other games come up to go cover some other games, and then we come back and do the DLC later. So I was thinking about doing that. That might be the next next game that we do here. Gotta ask, how was the Dark Souls 2 secret final boss music? Honestly, your favorite track in the game? I wasn't paying that much attention to it. I was paying attention to freaking whether he was on fire or not. My goodness. Have you ever played Psychonauts? I have not, but I've heard about it. I know very little about it, though. Ever played the Beginner's Guide? That one I've never heard of. Psychonauts I've at least heard of. I've never heard of the Beginner's Guide before, I'm sorry to say. Focus on the native pillar. Well, never heard of that. So, like, I have a list somewhere that I keep track of, like, all the games that I want to cover on this channel eventually. Because it's finally getting to the point where it's like, okay, maybe I can consider what game I want to cover here next. I mean, once I get busy with university, I might not be able to. I have a list of games that I want to get through eventually, and a list of games that I have to get through with a time limit. Mario plus Rabbids is one of those ones with a time limit, where it's like, I just gotta get through it before the new one releases. Splatoon 2 is one that has a time limit, where I gotta get through that before Splatoon 3 releases, but I should be able to easily do that in like 2 sittings, so I'll probably strike while the iron is hot for Splatoon and probably do that like after the release date is fully announced for Splatoon 3 as well. I'll probably do. So I probably won't worry about that for a little while. But Mario plus Rabbids, what if I did like the strat of play the main game, you know, during the last bits of this year, and then I cover the DLC after the release date, like the full release date of the sequel is announced or something like that. Maybe that'd be a cool way to strike while the iron's hot or something like that. I don't know. It's an idea at least. So yeah, I've been looking at my list of games that I have to get through eventually with time limit, and Mario plus Rabbids seems like the best option right now. So we might hop into that on the channel here in the near future. We shall see what happens. Beginner's Guide is made by the same guy who made the Stanley Parable. The Stanley Parable I'm familiar with, at least. So, could well be intriguing. Won't finish all the games before the sequel releases. You have a lot to... Well, not every game ever, but all the ones within the realm of, you know, things that I want to cover on this channel, that is. Which, you know, isn't every game ever. Definitely not. Oh my goodness. I already have my work cut out for me as is, covering the things that I want to cover here. Like, I feel like the thing that is probably going to give me the most trouble of, like, covering things, and yeah, it's still a lot. The thing that'll probably give me the most trouble with that in the near future is, Elden Ring coming up. Where it's like, I played Dark Souls 1 because of Mad Lad May. I actually really enjoyed it. That was a sleep grenade. I saw the S and I thought it was shrapnel. I played Dark Souls 1. And I actually really liked it. I didn't know if I'd ever played Dark Souls on this channel. I wasn't sure if it's the kind of thing that I'd like, but I actually really enjoyed it. And I was like, okay, I'll do the entire Dark Souls trilogy eventually. And I've heard that Elden Ring's coming out like early next year. And I was like, okay, this'll be like an Assassin's Creed situation where I don't play the new game at launch. Like, I started covering every Assassin's Creed game in order before Assassin's Creed Valhalla released, for example, but I knew that I wasn't getting through all these games before Valhalla released. Like, that was just not happening. Where the heck is this thing? Is it here? It's here, I guess. And I thought that's what it was going to be for Elden Ring. I was going to be like, okay, I'll get through the Dark Souls trilogy eventually and then probably cover Elden Ring sometime after that, so I won't play it, like, right at launch. But, you know, when I had space to add something to my schedule, like, during this summer, during this last little bit of time that I could go ham before university started back up and I wanted to add another game, I was like, you know what? I had a lot of fun with Dark Souls, so maybe this is the time to start Dark Souls 2. So that's what I did, and I started Dark Souls 2. And at first I didn't start going all that ham. I started, like, taking long breaks between sittings and just playing it from time to time. But then I started going ham. And then I was like, wait a second. When does Elden Ring release anyway? And I looked it up. And, apparently it is in January next year. And I was like, wait, I was originally planning on, covering the Dark Souls trilogy, like, you know, very slowly over time, and then doing Elden Ring sometime after. But then I realized, I could, in theory, cover the Dark Souls trilogy before Elden Ring comes out. Like, it's a different, like, it's a new IP, technically. Like, it's a different universe, a different story. But it's still, you know, the same developers with, like, the same style of gameplay. So I'd still like them to do, them to order for that reason, to see how they expanded on the gameplay ever since the Dark Souls trilogy. Like, what have they improved since then? Like, what's new? How do they take this formula that they made with the Dark Souls trilogy and expand and change that, you know? So I still want to do it in order for that reason. So we have probably like maybe 2 sittings left of Dark Souls 2. And then I have, you know, from now until January to get through Dark Souls 3. So I technically have time. But my uploads for Dark Souls 2 are already, like, I went so ham on Dark Souls 2 that when I cut up all the streams into like roughly half-an-hour parts, it's up to 71 parts now, which goes until partway through October. Heck, this upload right now for Assassin's Creed Rogue, by the time this is uploaded on YouTube, is probably going to be like sometime towards the end of September, with how ham I've been going on this year. How do I get out of here again? So my concern for Dark Souls isn't, can I get through it in time? It's, can I, you know, have few enough uploads that, you know, all the uploads of Dark Souls 3 would be done by the time Elden Ring comes out. That's the concern. And that's something I was concerned about for Metroid Dread as well. Like, I've beat Fusion now, and I now know for sure, okay, all the Metroid uploads are going to be done before whatever the heck, before Dread releases. Because I've had that problem before. I think I had that problem with Watch Dogs 2, where I was still having a few uploads of Watch Dogs 2 come out when I was already covering Watch Dogs 3. And I'm worried about that kind of situation. So, like, I will take a bit of a break before, like, again, I have space in the schedule here pretty soon. I could fill that in with Dark Souls 3. I could just fill that in with Dark Souls 3. I don't want to do that. Like, I'll take a little bit of a break because uploads for Dark Souls 2 are probably gonna go towards the end-ish of October anyway. So if I start it right now, it would only be uploaded by the time Dark Souls 2 uploads are done anyway. So there's no point doing it, you know, anytime soon. It makes more sense to do another game coming up, like Mario plus Rabbids. That's why I'm leaning towards doing that as like the next game that we pick up on this channel. But I think that part 71. Hold on, let's see. How far do my Dark Souls 2 uploads go? Until October 9th. Is what they go up to right now. Part 71 is getting published, according to the times I've scheduled here, on October 9th. Which means, so there's like 2 more DLCs left and a few more bosses. So what do I think that it would bring me up to? Like, part 80, part 90, something like that? Maybe part 85 by the time Dark Souls 2 is done? I'm not sure. So it would go until at least like mid/late October. Can I do daily uploads of Dark Souls 3? From knowing how long these games take me, can daily uploads go from mid/late October through December, through about half of January, and all be uploaded before Elden Ring releases? I'm honestly not sure if it's possible. There might have to be some overlap. There might actually have to just straight up be some overlap between Dark Souls 3 uploads and freaking Elden Ring. Like, that's just the nature of how long these games are. I could always have the parts be longer. But, you know, I like them being, you know, around half an hour. It should be like a nice, more consumable kind of format. So, you know, I never had this plan to cover the Dark Souls trilogy before Elden Ring. I figured I'd be taking my time with Dark Souls and cover Elden Ring sometime like a year or several months after it comes out. But I'm at the point where it's like, I can do it. I can get through the games before Elden Ring releases. I know I can do it. Can I get through all the uploads before it releases is another matter. And that was the concern with Metroid, where it's like, I knew for sure that I could get through all the Metroid games, like the first 4 Metroid games, that is, before the release of Metroid Dread. But I was concerned that maybe I started it too late, and that, you know, I wouldn't have all of them uploaded before Metroid Dread releases. Luckily, it seems like I didn't have to worry about that. All the Metroid uploads will be done before Metroid Dread releases, but there's that. So, yeah, that's a concern with Dark Souls right now. Let's just see here. But yeah, and let's see here. So, still, okay, I missed a lot of chat there while I was, like, rambling about the whole situation. I apologize. Stands so closer to shotgun grenade as well, but considering I'm silenced, you have to question its effectiveness. Yeah, I mean, it works pretty effectively when I'm, going after guards and stuff. So it works well enough, I guess, even if it's, just a little poof kind of sound. Essentially, a smudge on my screen there. Now, still very helpful for Elden Ring from what you've seen from the trailers. It's got elements of Dark Souls Trilogy, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, and Sekiro. Yeah, we could always do, like, all the rest of, like, you know, Sekiro, freaking Bloodborne. Actually, I don't have the console of Bloodborne. I have to pick up a console just for that, so I'm probably not going to do that. So, you know, I probably wouldn't be covering everything, you know, that studio/area has to offer. I'd probably just be doing, you know, Dark Souls Trilogy, Elden Ring. And if I'm feeling spicy, do the others one day. Whoa, my boat's spinning there. But for now, the only plan is, like, Dark Souls Trilogy, Elden Ring. And that's my current plan. I'm sorry, but I actually need the pelts here and such. Bloodborne, Demon Souls 2, get PS5, whatever that's easy for you to get. I'll do it when it goes on, like, a wicked Black Friday sale or something like that, is when I'll get a PS5. Whoa. Probably. Gosh darn it, why did that go so high? Boop. But yeah, probably not before that. We still, don't worry, we still have plenty of games to cover before getting, probably getting a PS5 one day.
Do you see anything?
But yeah, let's see here. I'm playing through the director's cut of Sekiro and such. You know, Sekiro is their hardest game. Is Dark Souls 2 their easiest one? I've heard that. I've been told that it's the easiest of the Souls trilogy, at least. Would it be the easiest out of all the Souls games by chance? Maybe? I don't know. But yeah, you would know you got stuck on the first year, haven't played since, even though you want to. It's a great game, but not your style of game. Yeah, that's understandable. That's what I was worried that both Dark Souls and Metroid would be like for me. We can finally craft a new health upgrade after all this time. But yeah, that's what I was worried about with both Dark Souls and Metroid, where like that wouldn't quite be for me. Turns out they're both for me, so like thank goodness. Crafting's not available at the time. I probably have to be on land. So yeah, let's spin around this. Look how bootyful this game is, by the way. But yeah, let's go. But yeah, I could always do 2 videos every other day for Dark Souls 3 instead. I think I might have done that for some games before. I wonder, did I have uploads overlapping for Watch Dogs 2 and 3, or did I do like a double upload kind of thing? I think I have done it for some games before, but like not in a long time. I think I might just accept that, you know, uploads between Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring might have to overlap a little bit. Like, it's not too important for that. Nice spawning. What the hell? Like, if something like Metroid overlapped, that would be more important. Why are they spawned in and now they're running into mines and sinking themselves? What the heck? Like, I was concerned that I started Metroid a bit too late to get all the uploads done before the release of Metroid Dread. But luckily that's not the case. If that were the case though, I probably would double up uploads for Metroid, because you know, there's actually a story being told there. Like freaking Metroid Dread is Metroid 5, for example. So I would want the whole story of the other games to be up on the YouTube channel before then. Like it's more important for that. But between like the Dark Souls trilogy to Elden Ring, it's less important since it's not like continuing the story or anything like that. It's you know, a different IP, a different world, but still the same style of gameplay. So for that, it might not be as important. So I think that if we have to double up uploads, I'll let uploads be doubled up, I guess, because it's not as important for that. I probably would double up uploads for something where, you know, it's a new release of something continuing a story. But because Elden Ring's a new story, what the heck? What the heck? It's probably okay. It's probably okay if there's like some overlap. Who's yelling at me? I have no idea. But yeah, let's just see here. Play PS4 games on the PS5. Yeah, that's what I've heard, and that's one of the reasons I want to pick up a freaking PS5, because there's also a bunch of PS4 games that I know that some people have wanted to eventually see on the channel. Who's speaking to me right now? I have literally no idea. But yeah, Dark Souls 2 and Demon Souls are debatably the easiest games. And think Dark Souls 2 is easier. Still annoyed that Bloodborne is PlayStation exclusive and believe it's FromSoft's best Soul style game. Who's yelling at me? Hey, look, we got another thing. We were just talking about how this was a plot line that was abandoned in the Assassin's Creed series. You will help me see what remains of my ancient people. Together we will move towards infinite. Except that never happens because this plot line gets abandoned. So there's that. Let's see here. Still in, oh, I already read that one there. But now I'll be caught up when I read out that anyone remember when Harmonium played through Plants vs. Zombies. That was like back in the single digits of like playthroughs done on this channel. That was like the 4th or 5th ever playthrough done on this channel. And it's one of those playthroughs that I've debated about like redoing. Like, and there are some games that we've covered on this channel twice. Like there was Mario Galaxy, for example, where I covered the 3D All-Stars version of it to, you know, both showcase that version. And the original Galaxy playthrough was like the 2nd playthrough I ever did on this channel, so it could use replacing. That's what everybody don't get to on chat. No, I like being caught up. Sometimes it doesn't always happen. I like being caught up on things. Kind of like I like being caught up on games on this channel, but that never happens. But yeah, there are some games that we cover twice on this channel. Mario Galaxy was one of them. I started a playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles X like way back in like the super early days. It did not continue though. Like, it did not continue, and since it was the early days of my channel, it was like really low quality content, so it was actually deleted from my YouTube channel. You can't find it right now. But I plan on at some point here covering Xenoblade Chronicles X on the channel. There's been rumors of them announcing a Xenoblade Chronicles 3, so I may as well cover X before then as well. So I have like all of Xenoblade Chronicles covered up to that point. I'll cover Xenosaga and Xenogears at some point, but that'll be way later down the line. Make them feel like as 1,000 viewers just make chat fly by. Yeah, go ahead and do that. And so I'll probably cover like Xenoblade Chronicles X maybe starting late this year, maybe starting early next year, maybe sometime even later next year. Like it's one of those ones where I don't necessarily have to do it anytime soon, but like I'll do it at some point here. And that's gonna be a big time investment one as well, Xenoblade X. Like that's gonna be the thing that I'd be doing on the channel for like half a year after I start it. But that would be another example of like a game that would be done twice, except I never beat it the first time. If I ever get like a complete playthrough of that done on my channel, the old stuff that I deleted. Why are these corpses talking to me? Why are the corpses talking to me? I am so confused here. Anyway, once the day comes that I do have like a full Xenoblade Chronicles X playthrough on the channel, those original uploads of like the series that I never finished, I'd probably upload them again as like bonus episodes of at the end of like, oh, here's what things used to be like, you know? But for now, they just stay in the void. So, Mario Galaxy has been done on this channel twice. Xenoblade Chronicles X will sort of be done twice, even though I never actually got all the way through it before, and it would be like more like bonus episodes. Gosh darn it. Xenoblade Chronicles 1 has been done on this channel twice because of, you know, the original and then Definitive Edition. And Plants vs. Zombies is one of those games that I might do twice. Like, it's a short game. I could do it in 1 to 2 sessions. And that was in such, like, the early days of content creation that, like, oh my goodness. The quality of my playthrough of that might not be the best. So, I might pick up Plants vs. Zombies again on this channel one of these days and redo that playthrough. Speaking of playthroughs I need to redo at some point, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. Because that was a very early playthrough as well, where the quality of that playthrough sucks and could use improving. And I never did the post-game of that game. I meant to do the post-game and then I never did. So, at some point, I should do a fresh, new playthrough of Explorers of Sky. And actually do the post-game. So that'll be another game that I cover on the channel twice. And I'll do that for Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon at some point as well. I never did the post-game of that either. And it was still like a very early days of streaming things, so at some point, I'll do a second playthrough on this channel of Explorers of Sky and Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. A first playthrough of Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity on this channel. And